Have you ever had one of those mornings where you wake up, swing your legs over the side of the bed, and just sit there for a minute, wondering where all your energy went? Maybe your knees creak a little, your back feels tight, or your body just doesn't want to get moving like it used to. You think to yourself, wasn't it just yesterday I could go all day without needing a nap? Life has a funny way of creeping up on us like that. But here's the thing. Getting older doesn't mean you have to slow down. It doesn't mean losing your strength, your independence, or that spark you've always had. In fact, believe it or not, just 10 minutes a day could completely change the way you feel. 10 minutes that can help you live stronger, move easier, and maybe even add years to your life. And I'm not talking about anything extreme. No fancy machines. No marathon training. Just one simple thing that every single person watching this can do. Starting today, walking. Now I know what you might be thinking. Walking? That's it. And the answer is yes, but not just any kind of walking. I'm talking about a special kind of intentional, mindful walking routine that can support your heart, strengthen your bones, clear your mind, and even improve your mood. It's what I like to call the longevity walk. And the best part? You only need 10 minutes a day to start feeling the difference. So let's talk about why this walk works. First off, walking is one of the few exercises that doesn't require you to be an athlete. You don't have to keep up with anyone. You don't have to bend like a yoga instructor or lift weights like a bodybuilder. You just have to move your body, gently and consistently. That movement sends a signal to every part of your body, your heart, your lungs, your muscles, even your brain, that says, hey, I'm still here and I'm still living. And the effect that has, it's bigger than most people realize. For starters, your heart gets stronger. With just 10 minutes of steady walking, you're helping lower your blood pressure and improve circulation. That means more oxygen and nutrients going to the parts of your body that need it most. Your legs, your brain, even your skin, all of it benefits. Think of it like giving your heart a little tune-up each day, just like you would with a car. And here's something powerful. Studies have shown that people who walk regularly, even just for a few minutes a day, tend to live longer. Not because they're running marathons, but because they're keeping things moving. They're preventing the buildup of plaque in their arteries. They're supporting their metabolism. They're keeping their balance and coordination sharp, which reduces the risk of falls. All of that adds up to more years of living. And not just more years, but better ones. Now, if you're someone who's been feeling more stiff or tired lately, walking might actually be the perfect way to gently break out of that cycle. You know the one I'm talking about, where your body hurts, so you don't move, but then not moving just makes everything worse. The longevity walk breaks that pattern. It gets your blood flowing, warms up your joints, and makes you feel like you can take on the day instead of being dragged through it. And let's talk about the mental side of it for a second. Because the truth is, walking isn't just for your body. It's also one of the best things you can do for your mind. Taking even 10 minutes to step outside, breathe fresh air, feel the sunshine on your face, and just move. It's like pressing a reset button. It clears mental fog. It helps with memory. It even boosts your mood by triggering the release of feel-good hormones in your brain. And you don't have to walk fast. You don't have to go far. You just have to start. Around the house. Down the driveway. A few laps around the backyard. It's not about distance. It's about rhythm. It's about choosing to move your body and remind it that you're still in control. One thing that helps a lot of folks is making the walk meaningful. Instead of just walking to walk, try pairing it with something that brings you joy. Call a friend while you walk. Listen to music that lifts your spirit. Pray, reflect, or simply enjoy the quiet. Turn those 10 minutes into a sacred space that's all yours. No interruptions, no pressure. Just you, your body, and the gift of movement. And don't be surprised if your body starts asking for more. That's the magic of it. A little walk turns into a habit. A habit turns into a lifestyle. Before you know it, you're feeling stronger, sleeping better, and standing taller. You're not just passing time. You're adding life to your years. Now, I'll share how to build this walk into your daily routine and how to make it feel so natural. It becomes something you look forward to, not something you feel you have to do. So now that we started talking about how powerful just 10 minutes of walking can be, let's dive into how to actually make it a part of your life in a way that feels doable and even enjoyable. Because let's be honest, it's easy to say, I'll walk every day. It's another thing to actually do it. Life gets in the way. The weather changes. Your joints feel stiff. Or maybe you just don't feel like it. That's why the longevity walk routine is more than just a casual stroll. It's about setting up something simple, meaningful, and sustainable. Something you'll stick with not because you have to, but because your body starts asking for it. Let's start by talking about timing. One of the best ways to turn this walk into a habit is by linking it to something you're already doing, like right after breakfast, or after afternoon coffee, or maybe after dinner while the sun's going down. That little connection helps train your brain to expect a walk, almost like brushing your teeth. It becomes part of your rhythm, something you do without having to think twice. If mornings are when you feel the most energetic, that's a great time to walk. It gets your blood flowing, wakes you up, and sets a positive tone for the rest of your day. But if mornings are tough and your body needs time to loosen up, that's okay too. A gentle evening walk can help you unwind, improve digestion, and even help you sleep better. Now, the second part is about where you walk, and this is important. You don't need a fancy walking trail or a gym. Some people think, well, I live in an apartment, or I don't have sidewalks near me. But that doesn't have to stop you. Your walk could be up and down your hallway, around the living room during commercial breaks, on your porch, or just stepping outside and going up and down the driveway a few times. The point isn't the scenery, it's the movement. That said, if you do have a park nearby or a quiet neighborhood street, and you feel safe getting out there, do it. Nature has a calming effect, and just seeing a little bit of green, hearing the birds, or feeling the breeze can make those 10 minutes something you truly look forward to. It becomes less about exercise and more about reconnecting with the world outside your walls. Let's talk about something else people don't always mention. Bad days, because they're going to happen. Maybe your joints are flaring up. Maybe you didn't sleep well. Maybe it's pouring rain, or just one of those days where you feel off. That's okay. The longevity walk isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, even if all you can manage is 2 or 3 minutes. Even if all you do is pace around your kitchen. It counts. The key is to stay connected to the habit, even in a small way, because small is still something. And the more consistent you are, the more your body starts to crave that movement, and the easier it gets to do a little more next time. And here's a little trick that helps a lot of folks. Keep a visible reminder. It could be a sticky note on your fridge that says, "Did you walk today?" Or a calendar where you check off each day you move your body. Or even a simple pair of walking shoes sitting by the door as a gentle nudge. You'd be surprised how much of a difference those little visual cues can make. They help keep the habit top of mind, not in a nagging way, but in an encouraging way, like a quiet voice reminding you, this matters. You matter. Now let's talk about how you walk. Because remember, this isn't a race. You don't need to power walk. You're not chasing a number. The longevity walk is all about being present. That means walking at a pace that feels natural and comfortable, but also a little bit challenging. Enough to get your heart rate up, even just a touch. Enough to feel your body waking up. Focus on your posture. Keep your head up, shoulders relaxed, arms moving freely by your side. Breathe deeply. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Let your breath and your steps sync up like a rhythm, almost like a moving meditation. If you want to, you can add a little variety. One day, you take longer steps. Another day, you focus on breathing deeper. Some folks like to walk with music or an audiobook. Others prefer silence. Do whatever makes it feel good to you. The goal isn't just movement, it's joyful movement. Because walking isn't just about staying alive longer. It's about living better. It's about protecting your independence, supporting your memory, strengthening your legs, calming your mind, and creating a few quiet minutes where everything slows down and you get to reconnect with yourself. The world will always be noisy. Life will always have its ups and downs. But that 10-minute walk, that's your anchor. That's your time. And it's amazing what happens when you stick with it. Maybe you notice that getting out of a chair is easier. Your legs feel stronger. You're not as winded walking to the mailbox. Maybe your mood is better. Your mind feels clearer, and you find yourself smiling a little more than you used to. That's not a coincidence. That's your body saying thank you. And once that walk becomes part of your life, even just 10 minutes a day, it starts rippling out into everything else. Your sleep, your digestion, your energy, your confidence. So let's keep building on that. There are a few more things you can add into your 10-minute routine that take it from just a walk to a life-extending ritual. So now that your body's moving and you've got your daily walk working its way into your rhythm, let's talk about how to take this routine, the simple 10-minute walk, and turn it into something that's not only good for your body, but great for your overall longevity. Because the magic really starts to happen when you begin layering intention and variation into the walk. Just tiny tweaks that turn from a basic exercise into a routine that supports your joints, your balance, your memory, even your emotional well-being. One way to do this is by adding in balance work, and you don't need anything fancy to do it. During your walk, pick a small section of your path, maybe 30 seconds, where you slow your steps just a little and focus on walking in a straight line, heel to toe, like you're on a balance beam. Take your time, look ahead, and feel your feet connecting with the ground. Why does this matter? Because as we get older, our balance naturally starts to shift, and that's what leads to a lot of falls. And falls are one of the biggest risks to independence. Adding even a little balance work into your walk strengthens those stabilizing muscles, trains your brain, and keeps your reflexes sharp. Another trick? Try walking on different textures. If you're on a trail, walk on the grass or dirt for a few minutes. If you're at home, walk from tile to carpet. The different feedback under your feet helps your body stay adaptable. And an adaptable body is a resilient body. Now let's talk about posture. This part's easy to overlook, but it makes a world of difference. Most of us, especially when we're tired, tend to hunch forward. Shoulders curve in, head drops, back rounds. But when you do your longevity walk, try this instead. Stand tall, lift your chest slightly, roll your shoulders back and down, and let your arms swing naturally at your sides. That posture doesn't just help with breathing. It also sends a signal to your body and your brain that says, I'm strong, I'm steady, I've still got this. And the best part? Over time, that posture carries over into the rest of your day. You'll start standing taller, moving with more confidence, and feeling more in control. You can also use this walk to train your mind. Yes, your mind. A lot of people don't realize how powerful the connection is between physical movement and brain health. But when you walk, especially outside or in a calm setting, your brain gets flooded with oxygen. It becomes more alert, more focused, and more creative. So here's something simple you can try. During your walk, pick a letter of the alphabet, let's say B, and name as many things as you can that start with that letter. Banana, blanket, boat, balloon. It sounds silly, but it keeps your memory sharp and your mind active. You're working out your body and your brain at the same time. You can also use this time for gratitude. Pick one thing each day that you're thankful for, and really think about it while you walk. Maybe it's your grandkids. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe it's just that your legs are carrying you forward today. That mental shift, from stress to gratitude, can lower your blood pressure, reduce cortisol, and support your immune system. See how one little walk turns into something so much bigger? Now I know someone out there is thinking, I have bad knees, or I don't walk well anymore. And I hear you. For some people, walking outside or on uneven ground just isn't an option. But don't let that stop you from finding your version of this walk. You can do your 10 minutes indoors using a walker or cane if needed. You can walk in place. You can hold onto the back of a sturdy chair and march your legs slowly, one at a time. You can do seated marching. What matters is the movement, the circulation, the breath, the rhythm. You don't have to match someone else's pace. You just have to honor where your body is right now and get a chance to move a little more than it did yesterday. And if you miss a day, that's okay too. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're human. Just come back to it the next day. That's the beauty of this routine. It's forgiving, it's flexible, and it meets you exactly where you are. Now imagine this. You wake up, do a light stretch, lace up your shoes, and head outside or to your favorite spot. The air is cool, the sun is soft, and you begin your walk. 10 minutes later, you feel more awake. Your blood's flowing. Your joints are looser. Your heart is steady. And something inside you, something deep, feels proud. That's not just exercise. That's self-care. That's strength. That's adding life to your years, and maybe even years to your life. And the more you commit to that 10 minutes, not out of guilt, but out of love, the more your body responds. Your legs grow stronger. Your breath becomes deeper. Your sleep improves. You get fewer colds. Your energy lifts. And maybe, just maybe, you start to feel like the best version of yourself again. And all it took was a simple, intentional walk. Let's bring this all home with a few final thoughts to help you stay consistent, stay inspired, and keep putting one foot in front of the other. So here we are. You've heard it all, the benefits, the approach, the mindset, and now it comes down to one simple decision. Will you give yourself 10 minutes a day? 10 minutes might not sound like much, but it holds more power than most people realize. Because those 10 minutes aren't just about walking. They're about showing up for yourself, choosing movement over stiffness, choosing energy over fatigue, choosing hope over helplessness. You're not just adding steps. You're adding strength, confidence, and years of living well. And don't get caught up in what it should look like. Your walk doesn't need to be perfect. You don't have to wear the latest sneakers or track your steps or hit a certain speed. This isn't about impressing anyone. It's about you, your health, your future, and the quality of your life from this day forward. So, start small if you need to. Maybe today you just step out onto the porch and breathe deeply for 1 minute. Maybe you walk from one end of the hallway to the other and call it a win. That's not failure. That's momentum. And momentum builds. And when those thoughts come, the ones that say, "What's the point?" or "I'm too old for this," I want you to remember something. You're not done yet. Not even close. Your body, your heart, your spirit, they're still in this. They just need a little love, a little movement, a little proof that you still believe in yourself. Because here's what no one tells you. Aging isn't a downward slide. It's a choice. You get to decide how you move through this part of life. You get to decide if each day brings more decline or more life. And this walk, this 10-minute gift to yourself, can be the turning point. Now, if you've already been walking, maybe this is your reminder to keep going. And if you haven't started yet, that's okay too. Just commit to starting tomorrow. 1 day, 10 minutes. That's it. And I want to encourage you. Write it down in the comments. Say, "I'm starting tomorrow." Let us know where you'll walk, what time of day you'll do it, or even how you plan to make it fun. Share your commitment with others, and maybe you'll inspire someone who's sitting there thinking, "Could I really do this?" Yes, you can. And if this video encouraged you or helped you see walking in a new light, go ahead and tap that thumbs up button. It helps more people find this message. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll get more simple, honest health tips just like this one every single week. We talk about real things here, not just what looks good in a magazine. Things that actually help you feel better, move better, live longer, and live well. You can also share this video with a friend, a neighbor, a sibling, someone from your church group, because walking is even more powerful when you do it with someone else. Walking and talking, that's one of the best medicines out there. So before we part ways today, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and picture the version of yourself that feels the way you want to feel. Strong, steady, energized, maybe even smiling a little more. That version of you isn't far off. That version of you is waiting just 10 minutes away. Every time you walk, you're stepping toward that version. And every step is a reminder that you're not just surviving, you're living. So here's to your next walk. May it bring you energy, clarity, and more good days ahead. Take care of yourself. You're worth the time. And I'll see you in the next video.